Hey, happy Friday. Friday, wearing red for the veterans and my Leos and their families, and it's my Stronger Together shirt. I love this shirt, and I truly stand behind what it says. We are stronger together. Your family, when your family comes together, including your extended family, you're stronger. If somebody is facing a personal crisis, a horrible diagnosis, a death, a birth, a divorce, allow people to support you and to love you through it, please. I deal with families all the time who get some really bad news. People of all ages with really bad diagnoses that just hit them out of the blue. Yes, and I think, in my opinion, when it's a child that gets a really bad diagnosis, it's devastating because you see this baby or this child with their whole life ahead of them, and now it could be cut short. Now things could be completely different than everybody had anticipated. Some people will isolate. They just want to be left alone with their child to deal with it. And I understand that and I support that because my job is to support whoever comes to me for help. However, let people in, let them support you, let them love you through it because, honey, they're grieving too. When you get the news, your friends, your coworkers, your family, your community, the people that love you, they feel it. So let them grieve with you. Let them cry with you. If it's a blessing and a birth, let them celebrate with you. But come together as a family. When something happens in your community, come together as a community. Don't divide. It's not, we and them. It's us. Come together as a community. There's so many issues right now. And as everybody knows, I'm very involved with exploited and missing children, child rescues. I see some really ugly things and I hear some really bad stories. And I also deal with a lot of families dealing with suicides of young people, which breaks my heart. That's why I want the communities to come together and to get the dealers off the streets. Shut them down. Legally, I don't mean, take an axe and bust up their offices or whatever they have. I'm not talking about that. Do it legally, but we got to get it shut down. The people selling the children are not... People have some really weird ideas about this. And yes, we do have, and this is not coming from Mexico, this is here in the US. I want to clarify that. We have young people who are, for me, young as anybody under 30, who have had children. They may have a newborn baby and they're an addict. Maybe they're in a horrible financial crisis and they may be dealing with postpartum depression, any number of issues, mental illness. And honest to God, they will sell their child to settle the debt. They will sell the child for crack, for meth, for coke, for fentanyl. Honestly, they do. And if they were in their right mind, if they were not suffering with the mental illness that they are suffering from, they would handle the situation totally different. But this is what they're doing. And it's horrible. Now, while you can fault them, let's go to the other side of that. And the person requesting to buy the child. We're not talking adopting a child into a lovely family, that's going to be raised with a white picket fence and a poodle. No. I don't want to tell you what would happen to the child because you wouldn't believe me and it would give you nightmares. But that's what we need to come together and stop. The trafficking. Human trafficking. Kids 8, 19 years old shouldn't be in the sex trade. They shouldn't. And what parents don't realize when they sell the child or loan the child out, you may not get the child back. And honey, if you do, they're going to be damaged emotionally. They're going to be damaged physically, and there's a good chance they could be dead. So let's come together as a community and stop this. Please. I'm asking you, please come together and stop it. Okay? I am not getting on a political bandwagon. I don't give a damn. Really and for true, I don't care. People are saying, this politician, that politician, this, party, that party. I don't care. I want it fixed. There's enough blame to go around. We'll deal with that later. Fix the damn problem now. We have babies' lives at stake. And lastly, it's the weekend. Thank goodness. It's been a long week for me. It has been awful. So I am excited. Yes, I have clients I will be seeing, as always. But more importantly, there's college basketball. March Madness starts, I think it's Sunday. I am ready. The Jayhawks, the Wildcats are going to do it. I have faith in you guys and Purdue. I cannot leave out Purdue, And I can't remember. I will have to look. My friends in Kentucky, forgive me. I can't remember if Kentucky's in or out. But I'm looking forward to March Madness. I live for this all year. Be good to yourself. It's the weekend. Self-care is essential. My self-care is watching one of my favorite shows tonight. And then the weekend in between patients, I got my guacamole, I got my chips, and I got the TV. And I will be a happy camper. I am so low maintenance. Do something for you. Get out, get some fresh air, play some golf, play some pickleball, take a walk, do something nice for yourself, do something nice for your spouse or significant other. Just buy them a coffee. Give them a hug and a kiss on the cheek and tell them you love them and you appreciate them. Those words, I appreciate you, oh my gosh, that carries more weight than you can ever realize. And let your kids know. Tell them you love them when you tuck them in at night. And I don't care if they're 16 years old, you can still peek your head in the room at night and say, hey, have a good night's sleep. Love you. And they'll say, oh, and roll their eyes. But inside, they kind of like it. Let your kids know. Tell them you love them and you appreciate them. Let them know from your mouth to their ears what they mean to you. And don't tell me, oh, they know. No, they don't. Don't tell me, well, my parents never told me. Well, I don't care about your parents. I care about your kids. Tell them. So, in closing, I care about you. I appreciate you. I know it's been a hard week for all of us. Hang in there. You made it through. It's Friday. We have like 8 more hours. Well, let's see. It's 6:30 here. So 12 more hours and your day will be wrapping up for those working first shift, for those first responders and the nurses working 7P to 7A, as I used to do. Get some sleep. I think the world of y'all. I'm always keeping everybody in my thoughts and prayers, and I am here if you need anything. Have a good weekend.